A Cape Coral police officer's credibility is in question tonight after documents show he lied under oath.
When the NBC2 investigators started digging into this case, we found out this was not the first time. David Hodges joins us now. David, what did this judge write about the police officer?
Well, specifically, the judge wrote that this officer's credibility is, quote, impaired. And that's something that's so serious that the state attorney's office is notifying its attorneys that all cases this officer was part of could be reopened.
In a court of law,
Do you swear?
one thing
Tell the truth,
holds more weight
the whole truth,
than anything else.
nothing but the truth.
But apparently not for Officer Cordell McKissick.
Well, you know, sometimes judges have to rely on officers' credibility.
Doug Malloy represents Wilson Pierre. His home was searched last July after an anonymous tip that narcotics were being sold there. Officer McKissick swore under oath that the tip was anonymous, not once, not twice, but 3 times, but changed his story during a court hearing where he admitted to the prosecutor that the tip wasn't anonymous at all.
If the tip is not actually anonymous, then you've got a law enforcement officer that's swearing to something that's not true.
So you're not objecting?
Judge Ramiro Manuelich presided over the case. In a motion, he wrote, Detective McKissick knowingly put misinformation into the affidavit, and that his credibility is impaired.
Well, I would say more that it's impaired. Okay, his reliability and his credibility is destroyed. It's not just impaired.
David Grossi is a former police lieutenant. He's testified in more than 500 cases as an expert on law enforcement procedures.
The easiest way to put this, a person or a police officer who lies under oath or falsifies a statement is really no better than the defendant or the subject that he's trying to prosecute or he's trying to arrest.
The judge suppressed the evidence and the case was dismissed. Pierre walked away free. But it turns out this is not the only time McKissick has falsified a tip.
It looks like he's got a pattern of misleading the court.
Attorney Spencer Cordell's drug case dismissed. All charges against the woman arrested dropped.
And if you can't believe those facts, you lose faith in everything else that he does after that.
And in every case he was part of.
You could go back over his previous cases and find out how many other cases this officer testified in where his statement or his testimony became a key portion of that trial.
And we learned that after McKissick admitted to lying in court in November, he continued working in the narcotics unit and made at least 1 arrest and assisted in others.
All right, David, why would he be allowed to continue making arrests if these allegations are true?
It's all about the timeline, Peter. He admitted in court that he lied in November, but the judge did not write an opinion on it until February. And at this point for us, it's unclear when the Cape Coral Police Department learned about him falsifying that information.
All right, David.